When ignorance and education are not respected, admired, or when they are not learned from, when we are not able to use ignorance and education as pillars for learning, growth, education into our lives, and also as transformative tools for the achievement of authenticity, truthfulness, sovereignty in our lives, for the actualization of our ends, then they can turn evil, they can destroy us, they can basically drive us into the abyss of dejection, depression, comparison, and so on and so forth if we're not able to learn from ignorance, if we're not able to transform ourselves through education. So, education must also be transformative, helpful, worthy, and help in the actualization of ambitions, and also contribute to our self knowledge, self respect, and self distinction and self sufficiency in one or another. Although these qualities have to be cultivated and earned by oneself through their own suffering, sorrow, pain, poverty, betrayal into their lives, because not everything can be earned or given by or through education. Education has got its own limitations. It's a construct now. So, being educated does not necessarily mean that we're transformative, creative, imaginative. But we might also be statistical, limited, cruel, calculating, manipulative in our behavior, action, attitude, which we have already become, anyways, in one or another, because we're constantly dependent upon not only desire but also upon inflicting cruelty and superiority upon the others. We constantly seek validation, attention, approval on social media for the demonstration of our worth, dominance, because we can no longer thrive or grow without being validated constantly, without being praised, approved, or attended to by people on social media we don't even know properly. So that is the thing. We're not really educated at all, but real education comes through the embrace of the unconscious, by bringing the inward darkness to the outward light, by acknowledging the repression, and also through basically experiencing and inflicting upon oneself as much pain, punishment, suffering, sorrow, misery as they possibly can. Because the more suffering we experience, the greater, better, bigger we will become in common sense, character, authenticity, truthfulness, clarity, transparency, talent, etc. The more suffering we embrace, the more suffering we choose to experience and suffer from and struggle against in our lives, the greater will be our appeal, the greater will be our willed mindset, education, and there will also be depth, dignity, distinction that modern education and higher degrees obviously don't give, anyways. Because it's not about degrees, physique, or appearance. It's about depth, dignity, distinction. It's about commanding respect. It's about aura that comes from groundedness and from without